Yo, what's going on? Happy Scorpio season, Pisces, and Cancer. Got the rated Benjamin teas in the store right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could go to the channel, look at the cover page, the cover photo. You'll see the Etsy icon near there. You could click on that. These are for the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Got the crew necks. You could go get the V necks as well for the ladies, or if you want to do it how you can do it however you want to do it. It doesn't matter with the genders and all that. I just wanted to be able to accommodate both sexes, if you will. So let's get into it. I want to start by saying that there will be obstacles in the way of y'all achieving your dreams or, getting your dreams accomplished or whatever the case may be. And, that's not the worst thing that can happen. It's just that there's something that you need to learn before you fully embark on it. Or should I even say, get the opportunity to embark on your dreams. See, dreams are, it always feels like a carrot dangling in front of you, right? Pause. But it's like, something that you got to go after, and it's always, something else that you have to do because it's that big of a thing. If not, then you're not dreaming big enough. So with Mars being in Gemini, which is part of the aspect that creates this obstacle, you should know that there's learning going to be involved during this time. All right, and there's nothing wrong with learning. If you stop learning, then you really got an issue. That's a red flag. Y'all hear me? So be encouraged, be confident, as Mars would expect you to be during this time. You don't have to be reckless, though, and don't try to juggle more than 3 things at one time. Pause. You get what I'm saying? I would say cap it at 2 to be real with you, but Gemini energy, and might just have to at least look at that third shiny thing. You know what I mean? But be aware of that. Also be aware that there will be ease and luck when it comes to transitioning in a place of authority during this time. All right? So when you take your action, right, it's going to support that notion. So whatever it is that you're doing right now in this Gemini energy and you're learning from it, this is going to put you in a position of power. All right? So take heed to that, and it's going to really fall in your lap. You might not even notice that it's occurring. You understand what I'm saying? But don't take it for granted. Now, the thoughts for building your reputation as well will bring you luck. All right. So it's not just taking action upon putting you into a place of authority. They will also just thinking about it, just merely thinking about it will put you in that place as well. And I know some people are like, there's no way that you could just think your way into success and all that. Hold my beer. You understand what I'm saying? Hold my beer. The focus on thoughts right now, so focusing on your thinking, can actually be beneficial to you right now. Mildly beneficial, though. So don't take that and run with it to the races to the point where you start doing all of this extracurricular activity, because I told you that. Just know that where things were foggy, they're getting clearer right now. You're going to have more clarity now. Now, think about obstacles that deal with expanding and the actions that you took prior to right now to expand, right? And think about that for a minute, because you're going to take some time to revise that, rethink it, and think about those networks or those people that you believe are in good standing to assist you in expanding. They may still be, but it's something that you glossed over. It's something that you got to go back and look at. So take that chance to look inward and use introspective thoughts during Scorpio season to understand what it is that you need to do in order to cross your T's and dot your I's in that arena. You understand? And you'll be fine. When Jupiter goes back forward, I forget when it is, but it's not going to be going retrograde too long, but it is going to dip back into Pisces, and then it's going to shoot back forward into Aries. All right. Also look for those people to be self-serving and part of big picture activities. They can do both simultaneously, and this could probably be more beneficial than it would just being one without the other. You understand what I'm saying? We're living in a time where people as individual, the greater asset that they can become as an individual will play a huge part in how they participate in team dynamics. Focus on your dreams will bring luck as well. Focusing on your dreams. Notice I said focusing on them and not taking action on them. All right. and still be concentrating while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. See, I can just jump ahead right now and say, Cancer, you're taking action in things that is behind the scenes, confidential information, and you're going to be in that area for a long time. You're going to be there until Pisces season. So this is a great time for you to learn, Cancer. You're in Pisces world right now. You're in Pisces land, which is the 12th house for you in Gemini. So you can learn a lot of secrets. You can learn a lot of confidential information that's going to, better yet, even prep you for Pisces season, because Mars will go there in 2023 in Pisces season. And what'll happen is you'll have the opportunity at that point to exert your dreams, because Mars will be sextile Neptune. Okay. Pisces, you will also have that same opportunity, but it'll be more along the lines of being romantic and having fun, when at this time Cancer is focusing, concentrating on that area, because Scorpio is the 5th house for them. However, you're in the realm of being more of an educator right now, Pisces. So you see where there could be some type of disconnect when it comes to focus and concentration, but you two can pair up well inside of the sign of Gemini when taking action with your thoughts and communication, because like I said, Cancer for Gemini is the 12th house for them. 12th house rules over Pisces. Pisces, they're going to be speaking your language. You're going to be knowing all about it. They might be behind the scenes. Y'all might be kicking it in the DMs, kicking it in the stories and all those, Snapchat password logins and all. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You speaking, y'all sending chat messages through the calendar and shit. Like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? You playing Scrabble and you're like, hey, it's me. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So shit like that going to be going on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And Cancer can learn more about Pisces style with Mars being in their 12th house. And Pisces, what you'll be learning is a lot about Cancer style, because Mars is in your 4th house. So you'll be learning how the passions get ignited relative to the 4th house right now, Pisces, especially your 4th house. Cancer, if they are observant enough, they can understand the things that make your home life and your domestic life tick. And if they can get enough confidential information about you in your home life, they can determine whether it's a good fit for them. I'm speaking like y'all are dating, right? Well, you'll be able to know, Cancer, whether the machine is being oiled well with Pisces in their 4th house, enough to be suitable for your 4th house antics, because that's where you rule, right? So you see, this is where y'all complement each other. You understand what I'm saying? And I could just tell you by reading the signs, all you need to know about Pisces home life, if they're on their A game when it comes to their home life, that means that they're agile. They're taking action within their community. And this doesn't have to mean like, are they going upstairs and they know everybody in the building and they know everybody on every block. It doesn't have to mean that either. They can have the types of relationships that other people don't even know about. They could see them walking around and doing things, but they don't know what the Pisces is doing. And Pisces, the sign is, these people are very elusive like that. I'm a Pisces, man. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to mean that everybody knows them and they know everybody. It could just be mean that they're active in their community. They will take those short distance trips out, outside the immediate community, but within enough of a radius to still be considered their community to make things happen. And the purpose and the intent of doing that is so they can have a laid back, comfortable home life. That's how you know, Cancer, that your Pisces is on the A game when it comes to the home life. Do they exert masculine energy when they take action to produce a feminine quality home? Because that's where Pisces can get unstable and uncomfortable in their home, is if they're not taking enough action. They can get jittery, feeling like a rug is going to be pulled from under them. So they start going out and traveling and making moves and stuff like that. So their bed could feel more like their bed. Everything is just, the refrigerator is just like, oh, when they open it, it's just like, yes, they have so much more gratitude for the things that they have, because they know that they went out and bought some moves to be able to afford them that. You know what I mean? It's just like a home. They get to see the seriousness of a home based upon that type of activity. Again, Cancer, you will know if they're on their A game, if they can produce these types of actions. You know what I mean? So 5 days out of the week, maybe they may be active, and then 2 days they get to be home. Next week it'll be 4 days out of the week they're active, and 3 days they can stay home. And you start seeing the pattern and the growth there because they put in so much action to be able to afford themselves to have a comfortable home, which is more along the lines of something that Cancer adores and the type of security that Cancer wants. So Cancer, you got to be aware that Pisces may be on the move a lot in order to provide that type of home for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And be aware that Pisces is going to have secrets, you know what I'm saying? And Pisces will isolate. And Pisces, you're going to find out how important it is to isolate yourself with Mars being inside of the sign of Gemini, Cancer. You're going to be like, oh, this is what this shit is about. Oh, okay. I need to be alone right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even be out, you know what I mean? Rubbing shoulders with everybody right now. It's not time for that. You start finding that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, right? But let's get to Cancer having to focus and concentration on the 5th house. You might want to have some kids around this time, Cancer. You might be thinking about it. You know what I mean? If not, you might have some creative project that you're focusing on. You know what I mean? That you're concentrating on. However, your actions, again, Mars' actions is behind the scenes. So you may be having to do some research relative to foreign lands, different cultures, different ways of life, but more along the lines of foreign land. So let's say like you got a creative project that deals with fashion or something like that. You might have to figure out that certain words mean different things in other parts of the world. So if you want to launch a headband line or something, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand that when you come up with the name with it, you don't want to be cursing somebody out in Ecuador or something. You know what I'm saying? Like in their language or whatever the case may be. So that's something to think about, to take into consideration. You know, your kid can sometimes be your project. It's your baby. You know what I'm saying? It's your creation, or whatever the case may be. But again, Pisces is focusing and concentrating, on being an educator, of utilizing philosophy to move forward on an adventure. And with Mars inside of your 12th house, Cancer, it could amplify the urge for you to actually take long distance trips. And I mean long distance trips, you know what I'm saying? Other side of the world type shit, you know what I mean? So with the focus and concentration with Pisces on long distance trips and travel and taking adventures, y'all also gel well here as well, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all kick in and y'all communicate, I would say things outside of the immediate community can benefit, especially if they are attributed to your dreams. You see, because with Mars being in Gemini, it's going to be more community based. You know what I mean? But it's, again, that could be the interference of your dreams, is because it's community based. So you got to deal with the local stuff first. You got to handle the errands and run the errands and run around here first, so you could learn some things, right? So there may be, you know, like especially America, it's a melting pot. So you could go around to this store, to this restaurant, to this store, to this restaurant, and you could find out some things about different cultures just by doing that alone. You know what I'm saying? You could find out their customs, the religions that they practice, and all of that, just from being in your own backyard. So this is going to arm you and equip you for your dreams when you should take them abroad. You see how that works? And this is how what I'm saying, like, if you make moves on your dreams right now, you're going to fuck around and fumble the ball. But if you just do what you got to do, what's right in front of your face, it's like the obstacle is the task at hand. Task orientation, that's Gemini energy. Just handle the task, run the errands, you know, don't complicate it. Just boom, do it. Task, complete. Keep going. Whenever you get rerouted, understand that that's a sign for you to take rest, or whatever the case may be, or it's just not for you. You know what I mean? And this is going to prepare you, like I said, for this long distance type thing that you're trying to do or want to do. And even if you're not, well, Pisces is going to be concentrating and focusing on it. Cancer, you may be actually taking the action to talk with people, communicate with people about stuff overseas. You understand what I'm saying? And it might be some stuff that's under wraps that not everybody knows, CIA type shit. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on with the war near Europe and all of that, and how is trade going on with Brexit, and how has that affected the EU? And you're learning all of this stuff because you want to make y'all thing pop on a grand scale. You understand what I'm saying? But you just got to handle that stuff inside of the immediate vicinity. You be none the wiser. Sometimes you just don't know that people got a lot of import-export stuff going on right in your backyard. And should you connect with these types of individuals, you'll understand why the isolation is needed. You too much in the mix with people that you've known all your life, or, even the family members. You're just too much in the mix to where you're missing out on so much more that life has to offer. You understand what I'm saying? So these energies that's producing through Scorpio season is going to help y'all see that. It's going to help y'all speak with each other as well about this. See, this is a real powerful time, because if you're doing something that's business related and stuff like that, you're going to need resources. The Scorpio season, Scorpio rules over resources, other people's resources at that. So it's like you don't even got to take the burden and the stress of spending all of your money. You can actually utilize other people's money in the form of debt. And I'm not saying that you should either. You know what I mean? But definitely pay attention to the financial world right now and what's going on in finance, so you'll be able to understand where less may mean more. Because Scorpio also rules over recycling. You know what I'm saying? So what's around the house? Like, I know I could make what do you call that? Like those things that you put your earrings on. Like, I'm about to start making some of those. But in order to make those, I could just use scraps from old material that I cut down, right? That I didn't throw away. I stuffed them in a bag for a reason. So I'm going to cut them up real small, and I'm going to stuff them inside of these cushion things, and I'm going to sew it up, and then I'm going to put them in the boxes, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all could take y'all earrings out and put them on that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's Scorpio energy right there. So this got to do a lot with taxes and why people get taxed, because they take the money and put it into people who know how to make more with less. You understand what I'm saying? So this is some heroic shit at the same time that y'all could be doing introspective studies on, doing the research. Scorpio rules over research, studies of the mind, doing the occult work, looking at astrology, looking at, again, psychology, to find out what makes people tick, what makes people buy, what makes people purchase, what makes people press that button, what makes people walk to that store instead of that store, what smell gets people's panties off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what y'all could be all into right now. You understand what I'm saying? And again, Pisces, you might be educating people on these things right now. Well, like what I'm doing right now. I'm a Pisces. I said that before, right? Be aware that I will be saying that more. I'm going to say that again. But it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pisces could be educating people on this and putting emphasis on that this should be a way of life. Not for nothing, Venus is also in Scorpio. So for Cancer, that's your fourth house. Your fifth house, excuse me. So you would want to invest in these projects, whatever creative pursuits that you're thinking about. If it's not the children, whatever creative pursuits that you're thinking about. You might even be interested in taking a gamble in some type of speculative matter, maybe stock market or whatever the case may be. But again, I'm saying be cautious. But I believe that Scorpio season will assist you in being cautious of doing the research on the finance sector before you make a move like that. But these are the different areas that you could put your money in when Pisces is going to be putting their money in, taking that adventure. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So they might have to save up for that adventure. It might be that big of a deal, the flight, the hotel, it might just be that big of a deal. It might be staying over there for a while. You understand what I'm saying? So be aware of these things, be mindful of these things. With Mercury in the house, in the sign of Libra, for Cancer, that is the fourth house. That's what I meant to say. So Cancer, just realize this, right? The way that you hook up with your Pisces right now, the way that you interact with them, is going to have a lot to deal with the home life. Should y'all live together, that's going to be imperative to the long-standing relationship. It's how y'all communicate with each other, but it's more substantial to your home life. You understand what I'm saying? The blessing about this is Pisces' fourth house is also a communicative sign. It's also an air sign. So both of y'all keep this in mind. The better y'all communicate and articulate yourselves will result in a better home life for the two of you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Cancer is probably going to be the one who wants to seal the deal more than Pisces, because Libra is more along the lines of doing just that. When Gemini is more flirty, flirtatious, airy, and fun, Cancer might be a little bit more serious. You understand what I'm saying? But now that you know that information, what are you going to do about it? You're going to give your Pisces hell, Cancer, or you're going to be like, okay, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with this shit. But, you got a flirtatious partner in the home life. Right? Could always start a brand new. Like, hey, baby, you smell good. You look good. What's your name? He's like, nigga, you know my name. Why you playing? That's what I do. I play. So we can have a good home life. You understand what I'm saying? So, y'all enjoy y'all Scorpio season. I'm out of here.